Okay, guys, so here on my Rappel, I have my kind of simple starter program that when I run it, it prints out hello. That's great. This is working. Cool. This program is not actually done in any reasonable sense. So it is doing the thing I wanted it to do, but I have none of my motivation for why I wanted it to do this written down, and I haven't written down anything about the way it works, which means that if I come back to this later and I don't recall how or why I was doing this, then I'm back at square one, right? Except for the frustration of knowing that I knew how it worked at one point. So to that end, what I would like to do is add some of that context to this program, and it is extremely common practice and good practice to add this context to anything that you write, even something so stupid as this first hello sketch. So to that end, I would like to put my name on here and maybe something like this program is called hello and it was written, oh my gosh, typing is hard. And it was written by Joe Manlove, and also it was written last revised on 5/18/2020, and its purpose is for the lecture on comments. And then maybe I should have something about what this line does. This line calls the print function on a string hello. Okay, and now I have a problem because if I push run, it's going to trip all over this garbage that I didn't mean for it to interpret anyways, right? So what I need is a way to tell the computer not to interpret this. So if I want to tell the computer to not do something, or to the Python, it's the Python interpreter that I'm telling not to do something, I put an octothorpe in there, and I'm not going to impose huge requirements on you guys about how you comment code, except to say that I would always like to see this space character after the octothorpe. Hashtag for those of you who are young, whatever. So not like this, but with a space. If you want to comment a bunch of lines, just keep putting octothorpes there. There is a method that you can make multi-line comments by doing something like this. So if you want to make a multi-line comment, you can do something like this. But this is terrible coding. So what this is doing is this is saying this is all a string and then it's not assigning it to anything. This is garbage. Don't do it. Instead, just octothorpe each line. If you're using something smarter than Rappel, oftentimes you can grab multiple lines and hit like Control/ or something. You can also put information back here. So comments can also go on the same line, which gets trashy looking. Right, you can see that my line number 6 now takes up 2 lines, which is kind of anti the point of having a line count. I'm not a fan of this process. Some of you probably have written code before and commented this way. I'm not going to take points off for seeing after code comments, but I would get out of that habit. I don't think it's a good habit to be in generally. I usually comment the line before, but this is my first piece of code commented. And this is what I would like to see. I'd like to see, at the very least, a program or a project name, some kind of written by. If you're getting assistance from tutors or from sources, that might be a good idea to put in there. Some kind of a last revision is nice. Some people put a long revision history in here. That's kind of okay. A README file might be a better place for that sort of thing, but in here is fine as long as it doesn't get hugely cumbersome. Some kind of explanation of what it is that the code is doing is also nice. If we run this, we'll see that we get the same result. And this, frankly, seemed like we spent a lot of characters padding out the, like, what is this, 12 characters or 14 characters that we were originally using. And that really is, that's what separates well-written code from kind of poorly written code, is this explanation that's included in it. Whoever you're working for will thank you for including these things. They'll probably have some requirements about what it looks like. Go with those requirements rather than what you get used to in here. But I'm trying to do my best to kind of bridge the, like, these are generally accepted coding or commenting requirements. So I am going to grade you on your comments, but I'm not going to hugely concern myself with whether they go after on the same line or the line prior. I will probably tell you they look trashy over and over again if you don't put them on the line prior, so maybe that's better. All right, guys, comments are pretty slick. And again, don't do this. This is garbage.